So this will be my last video from here, right? So in about, as soon as I finish with this video, I've got to take this sofa apart because I'm moving to somewhere bigger, somewhere where I actually have some more space to film. So it's one of those ironies that over the years I've accumulated some really quite nice kit. So for instance, you know, there's the high-speed camera here, of which I now actually have two of them. I've got two of these Phantom cameras, both fairly decent spec. And you might think that's just completely exuberant and all that sort of thing. But no, there are quite a lot of these things that, you know, from a scientific point of view, having it filmed from two angles can actually be quite useful. And you know, you can do some other stuff that's maybe a little more fun with them as well. Anyway, so my problem's been that I don't really have, this is a very small apartment, and you know, so I ended up doing most of my filming on top of the deep freeze because it was the only clear, open, clean space that I had. Yeah, I made quite a lot of videos on top of that. So there you go, that's the deep freeze on which I filmed a load of these things, and that's the kitchen table where I did a load of the other stuff as well. In fact, some of the stuff I did on that table actually ended up getting published in one of the top science journals in the world called Angewandte de Chemie, which it was also kind of about solvated electrons, but in water at 400 degrees. I'll see if I can find a clip for you. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this because it's a thing of beauty. That's blue on the side. That's the blue on the surface. Perfection. Still there. Still there. Outstanding. But, you know, in many ways, it didn't really make sense. So I'm moving somewhere where I could, to call it a studio would be a huge over-exaggeration, but it's a lot more respectable than what I got at the moment. In fact, you know, so this is the thing. I've been crazy busy moving for the past few weeks, which, you know, it's one of the reasons the video production's been less of late. And it's also the reason why I got a little snippy with, what was it called, Inya's whatever. You know, the girl who, it's one of those things, you bust your hump shifting boxes all day, and you come home and there's someone threatening legal action. Quite literally, it's like the first thing in your mailbox. So it's like, over, you know, do what I want within 24 hours or I'll take legal action against you. Now, you gotta bear in mind, I've been dealing with DMCAs for over a decade now, and they are such, every time, you know, one of these newbies comes along and, you know, they don't really know what they're doing, and you know, they quite often will file these things without knowing what the hell they're doing. And, you know, so if you can head these things off at the pass, so much the better. Because, yeah, making a 10-minute video is so much easier than dealing with some of the crap that you have to go through with these things. That video, however, did draw in some rather interesting responses on Twitter, like this one from Technicality. I'm extremely disappointed in Thunderfoot for responding to a request that's standard practice. Really? Threatening to sue someone is a standard practice with an 11-minute disgrace of a YouTube video filled with terrible arguments, awkward silences. That's ableist, mocking my awkward silences and utter trash. Report hateful or abusive content. Yeah, because a flagging campaign is bound to make things better, complete with a screenshot of him flagging it. Well, this wonderful contribution from Kyle Evans. What a can't that guy comes across. No time to credit her clip, 12 minutes free to make a sexist hate video. Cool guy. And that's from a mathematical singer with a curiously Simpson-esque
avatar, which curiously isn't credited to The Simpsons. Well, let's see what Sally LePage has for us, evolutionary PhD student at Oxford University. I have reported this video to Team YouTube as bullying. I highly recommend you do the same. There's absolutely no excuse to attack someone for pointing out that you have used their copyrighted material without permission. Actually, I did it because she threatened to take legal action against me. Technical detail, I know. Let's see what Dr. Joe Hansen has for us, a PhD biologist and writer of OK to Be Smart for PBS, DS, whatever the hell that is, who is clearly using a Lego avatar, and I'm sure he has all permissions to do that, and it's not a fair use thing at all. And of course, it goes without saying that his banner involves the Muppets. My, how selective people's outrage is about what fair use entails. How does such a small man manage to mash down the keys enough time to actually make a video like this? Clearly very dense. Well, thank you, Dr. Joe, but actually making videos mostly involves talking into a microphone or a camera. Just saying. Okay, so those are just some of the responses that I got over the last week or so when I was busy moving. And alright, okay, maybe I overreacted, but you gotta see it from my point of view that I dealt with so many of these things. And if someone actually goes through and actually files one of these things against you, you get a strike on your account, you gotta file a counter notice, which is a legally binding document, you gotta hand over personal details to do it, and you gotta wait for a couple of weeks for the strike to come off your account. All because someone didn't look into the rules before filing these things. So that's why I was so keen to head off this thing early. Anyway, back to moving.
Hopefully, within a week or so, I'll actually be in my new place where I will actually have real space to film things, which should be good. So look forward to some new high-level content later this month and next year. And of course, for those who don't know, I have this Patreon thing, which is supposedly per video, but I just can't bring myself to do it, right? This is just me sitting on a couch giving my opinion. There's no way on earth I can bring myself to ask people for money for this sort of thing. So, yeah, if I'm going to do that, it's going to be a video with some real content. So, yeah. Last video from here, and now I'm going to take this apart and I'm going to leave you with a video, the time lapse of me putting together something in my new apartment.